Well, hello and welcome to Wooden Knife You Don't Need, a division of wooden what you don't need. And no, today we are not going to talk about watches, otherwise this would be a wooden episode. No. Today we're going to talk about this knife here. This is probably my most used folding knife, and as you can see, it is a Spyderco Knives and Accessory, Golden, Colorado, USA. Well, you're gonna see soon enough what model it is.
It is the model. Please subscribe.
No, I was only joking, but no, I'm not joking. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel. This is my Spydeco Native first generation, I think. This knife has seen a lot of use along the years. I bought this one in 2008 at a Walmart store in Oregon, if I remember correctly. And I think I paid it around 30 or 32 bucks. And you can see from the wear and tear on it that this has been used a lot. It used to have a very nice nut and bolt here made by Spyderco with the small spider logo here. Got lost along the way and I replaced it with this homemade nut and bolt. But look at this knife. The tip, I think I broke the tip.
I think I broke
the tip soon enough. I've used this knife in the most unorthodox ways. I'm almost sure that I have used it as a prying tool, as you shouldn't do with a knife, but this has served me really in an excellent way along these 16 years?
Yeah, 2008 to 2014.
To 2024. It's 16 years. Look, I don't know, maybe you can tell me what generation of Native is the current one. I like this one with the straight blade, not the serrated blade. Let's measure. So this is around 3 inches of blade, which in centimeters, yeah, a bit less than 8 centimeters from the tip to the very heel of the blade. But you can see that the cutting portion is shorter, 6.5 centimeters, or a bit more than 2.5 inches. The whole length of the knife when open is 7 inches ish, a bit less than 7 inches, which in centimeters a bit less than 17.5. When closed, it measures a bit more than 10 centimeters, or just shy of 4 inches. The handle of this one is made of some kind of plastic, some kind of resin. I'm not sure. It's all dirty because I use it all the time. I keep this one in the cutlery drawer, so it's always at hand. Everything I do in the garden, I do it with this one. There's just one contender as far as frequency of use is concerned, and it's this very small Opinel number 4, which I always keep in my pockets. This is non-locking, as you can see. It's very light and it's the one that I carry around all the time. I think that this cannot be considered as a weapon, just in case I am searched for any reason whatsoever. But other than that, this is the one that gets the most use. Some kind of plastic or resin for the handles. You will tell me if you know what material it is. It's a good old lock back. It can be open, of course, with one hand with the Spyderco hole, and easily if you're left-handed, makes no difference. And with just a bit of practice, it can also be closed with one hand. It has a clip, removable clip here. This is the most comfortable clip I've ever experienced on a knife. It's not too tight on your pocket and not too loose. You can put it on one side or on the other. You can see that the knife construction is just riveted here. There are no actual screws apart from the screw for the belt clip. Oh yeah, maybe you can appreciate that there's the Spyderco logo here. The blade construction is, to my eyes, this looks like a bit of a convex grind. I'm not sure. It's not a flat grind and not a concave, so yeah, it has to be a convex grind. You can see that there is this sort of spine that runs through the whole length of the blade, giving it a good level of sturdiness, and that the tip here is narrower and tapered, so your thrusting cuts will be easier. You see that there's this notch here on the blade that continues with the handle for a comfortable positioning of your index finger. It has some knurling here in order to improve the grip. Yeah, the Spyderco circle, a trademark from Spyderco, is amazing, and it confers the unique look to all Spyderco knives. There's also the spiderweb knurling on the handles. They make the grip very comfortable. It's very light. Let me weigh it for you. So when open, this knife weighs 76 grams, whereas when closed, go figure, it weighs 75 grams. There must be something wrong with my scales. Very simple box, foam padding here. It says Native, and then there's some code number. You can tell me what it means, I don't know. Here you have your fair, honest, and proper warranty. I was over the moon when I bought this knife because it was 2008. I was not buying a lot on Amazon in those years, and even now you don't find Spyderco knives at affordable prices here in Europe where I'm from, so I was really happy to have a real original Spyderco and to have gotten it for such an affordable price. As you can see here, I don't restrain myself from using it for whatever task at hand, and although the blade is scratched, I don't remember when I last sharpened it. Let's see if it's sharp. Not that much. So let me tell you something.
The blade of the steel.
The steel of the blade is CPM S30V. As you can see, you have your Golden Colorado USA Earth written on the other side of the blade. But I was saying this blade for me is not that easy to sharpen. I can sharpen an Opinel knife or a Victorinox quite easily and have them hair popping sharp. Nothing fancy, but just, you know, hair popping sharp. Whereas with this knife, it's kind of harder. Let's try to sharpen it together to see if its performance improves with a few strokes on the Victorinox, how to call it? Pen sharpener? Yeah, this sharpener here. And then let's finish it with the croc stick.
Which I bought not at the same Walmart store, but you're in the same vacation.
You know, I can almost feel that it's difficult to sharpen this steel. I can almost feel that not enough metal is being scraped off the blade. Let's see if something has changed in the level of sharpness. Yeah, better. Yes, definitely better than before, but this will need a lot of more strokes to reach a level of sharpness that I consider decent. Well, that's it. Today I have shown you my most used and my only Spyderco knife. Comments are always welcome, and I'll see you on the next of Couldn't Knife You Don't Need or Wouldn't What You Don't Need. Ciao!